Good Monday evening. Uh, Trust all is going well. It's been a crazy day today. Uh, Turned around and had, excuse me, had a crazy stuff happening. Uh, I know on my last video I was commenting I couldn't find the remote for my back thing, and crazy enough I did find it. I had forgotten where I had put it, but it wasn't all me. It was I stuck it when I was getting ready to go to leave that day. I had set a bunch of stuff down in the recliner, and that had rolled up against the backrest, and I did not see it because it was kind of dark in there, early morning. But anyway, when the old lady got up after I had left, forgotten about it, crazy enough, she sat down in the recliner and she swears she never felt it. But I had gotten up the morning after my last video and I really wanted to have that handy, so I went ahead and located it finally, fortunately undamaged. So I do have that now. I actually have it upstairs on the coffee table because I just finished eating dinner a few minutes ago. Got to keep this video short because it's almost 8 o'clock and I want to get to bed at a decent time tonight. Was woke up last night, or should I say early this morning, about, well, when I went out there and pointed out the time to the guys, it was 1:30 this morning. It was actually 1:39 to be exact. I'd actually been asleep for a little bit, and I wear earplugs at night, and they still woke me up. That's how loud they had gotten. And the guy, I'm not mad at him. He didn't realize how late it had gotten. Frustrated, yes, but not mad. He's like, when I went out there and told him, he's like, "What time is it?" And pulls out his phone at the same time he's saying that and looks at it and he's like, "Oh," he felt bad. So, it happens. But beyond that, things are going good today. I really didn't get any work done because I had to go pick up some stuff from Home Depot for my boss, my regular boss. He crazy enough, this guy. Anyway, I had to go pick up a few things that I forgot yesterday. But the thing that was aggravating to me the most was it's just a sewer vent pipe that comes out through the wall of that building. And then it had a 90-degree elbow and it went up, and I don't know how high it ever went, but somebody had basically ripped off everything above that elbow. So there was no vent pipe, it just came out the wall and that was it. I went ahead and I've got to fix all that and have it correct according to the commercial codes and all that. And anyway, I figured, well, I'll get at Home Depot, I'll go ahead and grab a piece of the copper pipe and a couple of fittings and get it to where I can do what I need to do and they can do the stucco work, and then I can just turn around and put an elbow on there and have it go up above the roof line. No such luck, because the Home Depot only carries up to 1.5 inch copper, and that was a 2-inch vent pipe. And kind of aggravating about that, they didn't even have a copper fitting to go from 2 inch to 1.5 inch. If they had had that, would have been perfect. But I don't have time to wait for that to come in. I have to have it. Basically, I had to have it tonight. So I went ahead and took care of that. But I went ahead and switched it over to that black pipe, not the cast iron or whatever it is, but the kind of like PVC. It's, that does meet building code here and all that, so that's what I went with. And I just kept it at a 2-inch because that's already what it was. And to connect them, I just got a 2-inch rubber union and clamped that on. And crazy as it seems, it fit. So yeah, I'm happy with that. That job's been taken care of as far as that goes. Now I just got to finish with the wood. But I've got so much work to do and not enough time to do it, it seems. Also took my buddy who owns the motel that's a couple buildings over. He doesn't have a truck. He doesn't have any way of carrying lumber. So we went out there to Home Depot to pick up some of his stuff that he needed for his place. And we excuse me. We get there and we get everything together, and he goes to take care of his stuff. It's already been pre-ordered. Okay, it was basically it's kind of like on wheel call, but somehow or other got scheduled for delivery, and they just haven't delivered it, and he just picks up the stuff he needs. Somehow or other, like I said, it was supposed to be, I think it was supposed to be wheel call, and they put it for delivery. But we get there and we go to pick up the stuff. We get the stuff on the cart and get up there to the pro desk, and guy pulls it up and he's like, okay, there's a balance due still. And we're like, okay, it's all supposed to have been paid up. It's all been paid. So he's pulling it up and he's looking at it, and it's another one of the pro desk workers did that. And I went over there and hollered at that guy, and he's like, no, I've never added anything to that. Well, for some reason, Home Depot's computers had some kind of screw up, and they thought he had. So was trying to charge my buddy more money for stuff that he didn't even add on to the list. So, and it wasn't a lot of money, you know. Hell, the guy's overall purchase total was over $23,000. And the amount that the Home Depot computer system thought was being added was like $86 or $87. I mean, a drop in the bucket. But still, you don't want to pay for something that you didn't order, you didn't even request. But it took forever to get that done. Then, on top of that, we're taking away the stray cats over there, all the wild cats. And we've been setting up a humane animal trap. Okay? I don't like putting the cats to sleep. I don't like doing that. So if they're tame, I just take them and take them to animal shelter and let them put it up for adoption. But if it's one of the ones that are feral completely and you just can't even get near them and all, then I just take them and relocate them to a area that is better suited to their needs. I know where some businesses are that they're actually industrial, you know, pallets and all that, but they have a rat problem and they can't get rid of the rats. So what do? I went ahead and took the cats over there and I dropped them off over there. That's what that building is, you know, so it does help them out, and they don't care. They're happy for that. But I enjoy it. You know, I enjoy getting to help my buddy out, getting rid of the rat problem he's having, and at the same time There we go. At the same time, I'm doing him a favor, or I'm helping out them, so it worked out. But we had an interesting something happen. Today, this morning, he goes out there to check the trap for me, and he calls me up and says, "Hey, we didn't catch a cat today, we caught a raccoon." Oh boy, raccoons. They are known, when you catch them in a cage like that, to actually, when you let them out, to actually come back at you. And that's not a good thing. So I tried to get the city of Oakland, their animal control, out there to take care of the raccoon. And they say, well, this is the agency that handles that part. They refer me to another company or another branch. So I call them, and they say, oh, well, we don't handle those when we didn't catch them in one of our cages. So we're out here trying to catch cats, and we catch a raccoon, and we can't have it taken away because it wasn't caught in their cage. But they won't pick up a cat unless it's in my personal cage. It doesn't make no sense. So I went round and round with them about it, and finally I just took it away. This thing here, hissing, growling, and then it started doing its little chittering thing as loud as it could. I mean, I'm 100 feet away and I can clearly hear it. And it's a very irritating noise. And I had, my buddy gave me some grapes a couple of days ago, and they're not the seedless ones. They're just seeded, have seeds in them. So I'm like, okay, I'll eat them while I'm driving and spit the seeds out the window, no big deal. So that's what I've been doing. So I reached in there and grabbed a handful and dropped them down into the cage through the little openings, and once I got a handful in there and I stepped back, that raccoon went crazy over them. He was eating them as fast as he could. And I didn't have a problem with it, you know. The cool thing is he wasn't able to get dehydrated because the grapes have a lot of moisture in them, a lot of water content. So he wasn't really hurting. But I took him away and released him in another area, another industrial area. But released him there. And I was ready just in case he came at me. But no, first thing he does when he steps out of the cage is he turns left and goes right up under my van. Kind of funny. We didn't see him come out the other side, but that's all we can figure he did because we haven't seen hide nor hair of him. I gave him a couple minutes and he didn't come out either side or the back or the front, so who knows. But at least he's away from there. I try not to release animals like that in an area where there's going to be a lot of food waste. Preferably none. I mean, you can't get away from it completely because you got people working there and they're going to have their lunches and that kind of stuff. But it's a minimal amount, and they have a big dumpster there they use, so if a cat or even a raccoon gets in there, they're not going to make a big mess. Here we have small garbage bins, and they get in them and make big messes. So we're sorting all this stuff out. There's one cat I do need to catch, and it was a stray cat's offspring, and one of my tenants who moved away had kind of adopted it, and they kept it fed and everything, but they couldn't find it when they were moving out, so they didn't get to take it with. And they came by the other day, and they saw the cat, but the cat wouldn't come all the way up to them because it was scared. And you could see it hadn't been eaten very well, and so they want to get the cat. So probably sometime this week I will take the cage over to my property and set it up for a couple of days and see if I can't catch that cat. I hope I do. I really, really do. Because I really don't want that cat to die like that. That's not a good thing. But yeah, went to Costco today and got me a few things. I think I told you before I like to drink Gatorade when I'm working because it helps keep your body where it should be with the fluid levels. It's not as healthy as water, but it gives you a lot of the electrolytes that you sweat out during the day when you're working, like I do. So, pick me up a 35 pack of 16.9 ounce bottles, I think it is. There's 16.9 ounces. Yeah, 16.9 ounces. Okay. A 35 pack was like $15.99. And the only thing that I've ever seen come close to it, that many ounces at that cheap of a price, is going to Walmart and buying these big bottles of Gatorade there when they're on sale for $1 a bottle. That's the closest I've come to meeting that kind of deal. And this is the way it is at Costco all the time, so it was worth it. But yeah, enjoying this new office chair I got. It's not brand new, it's used. $8 for it. In the shape it was in, it's worth it. Nice comfortable armrest. Yeah, they're hard plastic, but I can make pads to fit over it and pack them full of cotton and close it up and be comfortable. Dang ads. Anyway, so I'm not worried about that even. It's more comfortable than my old one, I think. So I'm happy with that. Happened to stop at another yard sale. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. And these people were they had stuff that I guess they were just trying to get rid of a bunch of stuff. And they had a handful of screwdrivers. And I'm always running screwdrivers. I can hardly keep one in decent shape. So I have places I go and I pick up these little cheap regular sized flathead screwdrivers, 50 cents a piece, brand new. And if I break the head on that or break the tip, oh well, I ain't gonna worry about it. I'll just throw it in the garbage, and next time I'm driving by that place, I'll stop in and grab me another couple of them. But this place here, I got like 5 or 6 screwdrivers, and one of them was a nice wooden handle. And those are like the best ones you can get for grip. And for like those 5 screwdrivers, she only wanted $1. She just wanted to get rid of them, get them out of the house because there was so much stuff. And I had to be honest. It was a good deal because it was so cheap. But at the same time, I couldn't let it go at that price. I told her, I says, look, I can't do you like that. That's too cheap of a deal. That's too good of a deal for me. At least let me give you $2 for it. $1, hey, that's a steal. Anybody would be in their wrong mind to take it. Hell, $2, they'd be in their wrong mind to not take it. So, at least let me give you $2 for it. And she's like, she flipped out that somebody was actually willing to give her more than she was asking and not complain about it. And that's how I felt. I couldn't do it to her like that. I couldn't do her that cheap. And she had a nice, it was one of those 55-gallon drums that had been converted into a smoker pit. Well, not a real 55-gallon drum. It was smooth, but it was the size of a 55-gallon drum. But somebody had given it to her. Nothing wrong with it at all. But they gave it to her, but she doesn't eat meat. So she couldn't use it. So she's like, what am I going to do with this? So she, after the yard sale was over, she wants somebody to take it. Just take it off her hands. And realistically, I probably should have done that, but I just didn't have the space in the van right then. And I know where she lives, so I might stop by and see if she still has it. And if she has it, I might go ahead and grab it and put it down at the lower end of the building on the concrete pad and advertise that it's for any tenant who wants to use it to use. You know, at least do somebody right. But I just, you know, I'm trying to do people right. Still waiting on YouTube to hopefully overturn their decision to not let me monetize 2 of my videos. I don't know what happened, but one of them was from my back surgery video. I don't remember doing anything wrong or inappropriate in there or anything, but who knows with them. That's why I try not to cuss, because some people will actually go and say, hey, he was over there cussing in his video. You shouldn't be allowing him to monetize that video. Stupidity. But then they also will try and say, if they can hear music and you haven't gotten permission to do it, it's copyrighted music, they will actually not allow you to monetize that video. They say you can't make money off of it. And it's like, okay, I don't have control over people driving down the street with their music blasting. I can't control what they do. So I have to be very careful. That's why I hate putting just videos on here of what I'm doing during the day working. That's why I really haven't done it, is because I haven't had the music to do it. Now I've got to get everything sorted out, get everything back together, and get to posting my videos again. And once I do that, I'm able to do that, then we'll go from there. It's going to be interesting because, like the job I'm doing right now with this plywood, I'm actually taking time off of another job to get that job done because it's an emergency thing. We can't have it stay open for a long time. I've got to get that closed up, and he's got to get the stucco repairs done, or the stucco patch done, so that if it rains, it's not going to ruin anything, cause any damage or anything like that. So that's what we're working on now. No fun. It's been a long day after getting woke up last night. But that's how it goes. I think I'm going to end this video. Everything's going good. I want to do so much more in my videos. I want to do more of the content that grabs people's attention, but unfortunately it doesn't happen. I like listening to music, but it's hard to do when YouTube says you can't monetize a video. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably start doing my recordings some. I need to get some more micro SD cards. I have my cheap bottom end GoPro camera. I mean, I paid $120 for this thing, brand new. But anyway, I need some micro SD cards for it so I can set it up to do recordings. And what I'll probably do is, like I'm doing now, sit down and edit the video a little bit, just record the whole thing and play music like I want, and then drown out their audio or the music and everything, and then I can talk over everything. Just turn that part down. I can go ahead and just edit it to my liking. But it takes time, and time is something I don't have a lot of. So I have to be careful how I do my stuff, so I'm not, posting a lot of bland stuff of just me over here doing this and that all day. It'd be nice if I had several cameras, because then I could just, you know, have two of them going, one where I'm over here cutting wood and one over here where I'm doing my work, and just at the drop of a hat I walk from one area to the other and I edit them in. But it's hard to do even that when you're limited on your time and everything, and it's just aggravating that I don't have a lot of free time to sit down. And it still amazes me at the amount of time some people will spend. I mean, it's like that's all they do. And there are some people who make a healthy living out of recording everything they do, editing it, and then posting the videos. But they do all sorts of crazy stuff. I mean, like Roman Atwood. Okay. This guy here, he had decent money. He had himself a good job. They made decent money. And he started doing YouTube videos. And he started doing the cool stuff that caught everybody's attention. He knew what to do. Okay. And he had that ability to do it. Okay. And then he started realizing, hey, I'm making a load of money off this now. I got all these followers and all this. Okay. So he was able to quit his regular job and start up his Smile More store. And now he makes loads of money off that. Okay. I'm not mad at him. He put what he had available to make himself better, be able to spend more time at home with his family. And he does that. He helps other people. Me, I don't make a killing. I don't have the massive amounts of money to spend, you know, and do all this stuff that attracts people's attention. So it's one of those things. I am starting from nothing. And once I get started on doing my videos of me doing different jobs and whatnot, I will probably go ahead and contact this guy from What's Inside. They're a pretty cool family. And what he does is he gets people that are below 100,000 followers or 100,000 subscribers, and he gets together with them, and he actually does pretty cool stuff. He's like, okay, let's get your subscribership up there. So he's one of the people who will do what they can to help you. But once again, he's a guy who has a lot of money. I mean, guy drives a Tesla, travels all over the place. I mean, every time you turn around, this last, I don't know, year, God knows how many trips they have made to different locations all around America. They've been in other countries, you know. And it's like, how can you do this, you know? But if you got money, you know, you can't fault them. They're not putting it in your face. They're still trying to do stuff that is interesting to you. So that's kind of cool. So I do like that idea. But I'm just tired of working my tail off every day, 7 days a week, 12, 14, even 16 hours a day. And not really ever having much of anything to show for it. I mean, today, my back was killing me earlier. And I had to change some of the settings on my spinal stimulator to where it was, instead of focusing on this one zone that was, at that time wasn't bothering me, I had to switch it to a different zone that was. And it brought the pain down significantly, very, very quickly. I'm fixing to go up there and take me a quick shower and put my charger on that thing, because it's hard to keep it from getting too low. I mean, I do what I can to keep it charged. It's one of those things. But anyway, if somebody can think of a way to make me making this channel grow better, if anybody knows of any way to do that and make it much easier for me to do it, please feel free to let me know, because that's what I want to do. I'm enjoying the fact that I can now play some music while I'm doing a live stream or whatever. Now, I don't turn it up very loud. I turn it where I can hear it, but I can turn around and, you know, let's see, this video or this song just ended. We'll go to the next song. Another commercial. I hate these. Now, I could sit here and have it like this, but really, do you like me having music real loud like that? Or would you rather me just have it, you know, just turned up to where it's just barely even noticeable, if even noticeable, on the video at all? You know, it's, each person may like it differently, but I want to do things I can to make this channel more attractive to people. So let me know what you think, and I will catch you on the flip side. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and definitely hit me up on improvements to the channel or things that could help make it easier to do video of what I'm doing throughout the day. Catch y'all later.